Hey Bellisimas, what is up? It's your girl Cynthia here for another video. It's been so long, and I mean so long, since I've done a video. Last video I did was literally over 3 years ago, and that's crazy. It's so funny because I watched the end of the video and I'm like, I'll see you next week, hopefully, let's pray. And I did not see you for 3 years. So, welcome back. So there's obviously a lot to talk about, and I decided why not make a video, especially because so many things are coming up, and I just wanted, I don't know, I was watching like old videos and it was making me feel very like sad, but also happy of how much I've changed and how much has gone on and where I'm at in my life right now. And I just thought I would talk to you guys, I guess, while doing a little get ready with me, because let me just tell you, my makeup, nothing like I used to do it at all, which it's nothing wrong with how I used to do it, you know, that's how I liked it, that's what I did. Today, very minimal. I literally go to work without makeup almost every day, which is crazy because 2020 Cynthia would never. She would never walk out of the house without lashes on. And now I rarely wear lashes. It's kind of crazy how much has changed, and I thought I would talk to you guys and chit chat and reminisce. Thought I'd get my hair out of the way because I have a lot of it. I've done so much with my hair recently. Obviously I have bangs now, which I got at the beginning of this year. And I also dyed my hair back to like brown, dark brown, which I had. It was kind of like balayaged. So honestly, one of the best decisions I could have done for my hair is my bangs. I love my bangs. I genuinely think that this is what I needed to frame my face. The thing I don't like about it is when I do my makeup, I look funky trying to put them out of the way. Luckily, they've kind of grown because they were a lot shorter. They've grown because I got them done in January. It is now March. So I can kind of just swoosh them to the side, which that's funny. But they fall very like naturally, which I was scared they were going to split like right in the middle. Like, I had bangs back in 8th grade and they were very thick, so they looked very funny. Anyways, I guess let's start with what happened after I made the last video. I obviously had practically just started working at Victoria's Secret, and I'm still currently there. I've actually been working with the company for 3 years now. I love it. I genuinely love it. There's obviously days where I'm really stressed out, but I am now a manager. I actually got moved locations because of that position, so obviously stress is bound to come with managing a store. Now, I'm not a store manager, don't get me wrong. I love my store manager, by the way. I am one of the managers, and I take care of more like of the educating, hiring process. By the way, I'm using my brow freeze. This stuff, I used it back in 2021 and it created like a white cast on my brows. It hasn't done that since then, so I went back because I wanted to try it because this stuff really like glued down my brows, and it hasn't done it like it did last time, but I also don't use as much as I used to. But I don't really do much to my brows anymore. As you guys know, when I used to do my brows, I put on a lot of pomade, or I made them just very, very thick. I've let my brows grow out naturally, and obviously I keep them, like I pluck here and there, and like I just keep them groomed. And these are just like natural. Besides putting on a little bit of brow gel to calm them down, I don't do really anything to the brows. So I became a manager in January of 2023, and I've been officially a manager for a year, and I love it. I've learned a lot. Trust me, I did not start off good. I practically had like less than a month of, or maybe a month of training, but it wasn't even like real training. Like, I didn't know how to do anything. When I got transferred, it was very like, do you want the position or not? So I didn't really have a choice, and I didn't want to be scared of taking an opportunity like that, so I just went for it. And I was terrified because I also loved the people I worked with, but I knew I needed a change, so I took it. I'm just putting on a little bit of concealer. That's literally all I do now. I have foundation. I absolutely adore this foundation, by the way. It is my favorite foundation, but I only use it if like I'm going out or I'm doing like something really big. Otherwise, my skin has cleared up like crazy since previous years, so I only really put concealer on. I also don't use primer. I have not used primer in a very long time. You guys know this. All I do is moisturize my skin, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but this is how I do my makeup now, okay? So get used to it. October of 2020 is when I last did my video, and the beginning of 2021 was a crazy beginning. I made a New Year's resolution to ensure that I wasn't eating at the food court anymore for my food. So I told myself I would pack a lunch every day to work. As you guys know, I've always struggled with my weight. It's just always been something that has affected me since I was a little girl, and I wasn't unconfident with myself in 2020. I mean, I look back at videos and like I was always rocking crop tops. I wore high-waisted pants, but like my belly was always showing, and I was always telling myself that I was perfect, and I was kind of like finally confident with myself, even though I wasn't where I would love to be. I finally stopped hating on myself. When I told my mom, I'm like, I don't want to go eat food at the food court anymore. Like, it's so unhealthy what I eat. And I was eating like Panda Express, and when I tell you guys, I would go to Panda and I would only want like chow mein and orange chicken, but instead of getting like a bowl or something, I would get sides, which they give you a lot in sides. It's way more than just getting a freaking bowl, and I would just buy sides, which is also way more expensive. And I told myself, and I told my mom, like, help me pack lunch. So my mom, being the angel that she is, me and my mom fight a lot, but she literally loves me. I love her. She takes care of me a lot. I'm so grateful for that. She helped me pack my lunch every single day. So she packed my lunch every single day in 2021. Every single day in 2021. I had 2 jobs. I was working at VS and I was working here in my hometown at a restaurant on the days that I was off. So I was working 7 days straight. And I had saved enough money to buy myself a treadmill. I saved all my tips from my restaurant job, and I bought myself a treadmill. I was like, I need to just get up, get moving, get my body going. And I got my treadmill in February of 2021. And I started doing the 12-3-30 workout that Lauren Giraldo, I don't know, I think she created it. I mean, I know that it became popular because of her. This is the Makeup by Mario Cream Blush in Earthy Pink. It looks like that. Love this stuff. I always used powders, and now I've been sticking to creams. So look at me changing my routine. So yeah, I practically just started doing the 12-3-30 workout. And yes, my hands were on the rails, you guys. I could not do that without holding myself. For like 5 minutes, I was already like huffing and puffing and thought I was like not gonna be able to keep that up. But I was doing that straight for 4 months, just the 12-3-30 workout, and I would watch Survivor. I got really into Survivor in that time, so I would watch, I think I watched 20 seasons of Survivor while I was doing my 12-3-30 workout, and I would do that straight. And I lost about 20 pounds doing that, and my highest weight was 190, and that was in 2020 when I was in LA. It was just really bad when I was in LA. I had lost a bit of weight when I moved back home, and then obviously when I started working out on the treadmill or just walking, I lost another like 20 pounds. So I just felt great. My clothes were fitting so much better. I was so confident in my body. I was just like, I can't believe I'm doing this, and I'm being consistent. If you guys know me, consistency is not something that I'm great at, and I've struggled with for a very long time. I would only eat what my mom packed me, and I would eat breakfast in the mornings. I would make myself some like protein oatmeal and avocado and egg toast. Like, I was on a roll. I loved myself. I was feeling great. And then I did plateau for a bit. So I started like lifting weights a little bit. We have like a whole bunch of weights in the garage because my dad, he loves to work out. So I would start like lifting weights, doing leg workouts, doing arm workouts, doing things like that. And there went a little bit more weight, about like 5 more pounds. I was still going out and eating with my friends here and there and still enjoying myself. I wasn't limiting myself. And then in September of that year, I don't know what happened. Something just kind of clicked in my head, in my brain, that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't doing good enough, that I needed to change something. And I developed a pretty bad eating disorder. People didn't know. A lot of people don't know still, because I'd been obviously posting a lot of how like happy and healthy I was and what I was doing, and I was doing that in the beginning. And then, like I said, in September, I don't know what happened. I was weighing myself every single day in the beginning, which it wasn't in an unhealthy way. If you have a bad mental state, then don't do that. It was just more of tracking like where I'm going and stuff. But then in September, I started weighing myself twice a day to make sure that I didn't eat enough so that I wouldn't wake up weighing more the next morning. And it just became a very bad habit that I couldn't stop. And then my workouts became a little bit more like, again, cardio, and I would spend more time on the treadmill, and I would eat so little, and if I did eat, I would do things that I am not proud of. And it just became really bad. I got down to my lowest weight, which was 153. I don't think I've ever seen the 50 mark since I was in 5th grade. Not even joking. And so when I saw that, I was just so like, oh my gosh, like I feel so accomplished, I feel so great, I can't believe I did that. But it was so unhealthy how I got there. And that was just like from my healthy state, which was like 163. Yeah, my 163, I went down 10 pounds unhealthily. And I knew what I was doing was not right, but I couldn't stop. And I did that from September to December straight. So I got very thin. And I knew I needed to stop. I'm the type of person that tries to handle situations, like hard situations, on my own instead of getting help. I don't know if that's just because like I've always been raised to just deal with your own problems on your own. I told myself, hey, New Year's resolution, like stop doing what you're doing and stop weighing yourself completely. Like I literally was like, stop weighing yourself completely. Like don't weigh yourself at all. Obviously, because it happens, right? I relapsed multiple times. I hate to say it, but there are times where I still relapse. And I try so hard to get out of that mindset. My best friend has already told me I need to go to therapy. I know I need to go to therapy, but I just keep putting that off. Like I'm definitely in a better headspace than I've been in the past. But instead of, you know, getting healthier and just trying to work my way out of those bad habits, I developed a different eating disorder where I became a binger. I could not, and still have issues where like I can't put down the food. I need to eat everything I see, and my problem is sweets. I have an insane sweet tooth, you guys. I was actually really good at never getting like dessert after dinner. During that time when I did also start binging a lot, I got a gym membership to 24 Hour, and this was in 2022. And we started working out, started lifting weights, started getting like muscle. Like literally, guys, I've never had that before. I mean, when I was at like, you know, losing weight, that's when that started to show. But lifting weights, like, and lifting weights will gain you muscle, so you're going to gain weight. Like that's just inevitable. And if you're not like cutting, you're not gonna be losing weight and gaining muscle. You're not gonna, you know, you're gonna gain some fat and you're gonna gain some muscle. And that's what was happening to me. So my body was changing a lot and I was becoming more self-conscious again. There were times where I like had lost a lot of weight again because I was doing it healthily. Like I was just in this back and forth cycle. Like I'm telling you, my habits are all over the place. In November, I started kind of like lessening my time in the gym, because literally when I tell you guys, for 2 years, well, for like a year and a half. I've been going to the gym like non-stop, but I love the gym, don't get me wrong. Like, I know the people there now. It's not like I talk to anyone at the gym, but like you see all these familiar faces, like people know each other, and I love the gym. But I started getting so drained, and when I became a manager, like the hours that I had, it was just so hard to manage the gym. So I told myself I was gonna take a break. So in like December, I took a 3-week break. I should not have taken a 3-week break. When I started trying to get back into it, I still have not successfully gotten back into like my rhythm of going like Monday through like Friday, and like going consistently and doing like a consistent like split. I have not been able to get back into that. This whole week I've been to the gym once, and it was just to do cardio, and I have a treadmill at home. Like, I've just been doing cardio. Not great. But either way, I am so much happier with who I am, where I've been, how my body is looking, how I'm feeling. And it's like, I have to remind myself that I'm still not where I was when I first started my journey. Because some days I will have most days actually, I have body dysmorphia, and I look at myself and I think I look exactly like I did in 2020, which is not true at all. Not even the weight. My body looks different than it did. My face looks different than it did. My hands look different than they did. Like, I would never be able to wear rings. I hated wearing rings because my hands were so chubby and everything just looked bad on my hands, and nails looked bad on my hands. And now I'm like obsessed with my hands. Like, this is what I love, my hands. Today I weighed myself, I'm at what, 67, and I look nothing like I did when I first weighed 167, or when I weighed 170. Like, sometimes my weight will go up to 170, and that's normal because fluctuation happens, and I look nothing like I did when I weighed 170. My muscle has changed the way my body composition is, and I need to realize that that's okay. Okay? Oh my god, there's hair. Oh my god, look at that. That's nasty. Ew. Literally just some gloss, mascara, blush. That's all I do with my makeup nowadays. Like, I'm so much happier. I'm so much healthier. I can run. Girl, your girl could never run. Like, the fact that I could run straight for 30 minutes on like speed of 6 is crazy to me, because Cynthia back then hated running, you guys. I could not tell you how much I hated running. I hated it. I can go hiking and not get out of breath so easily. Like, there's so many things that my body is so capable of doing that I could not do back then, and I should be very proud of myself, and I am. But like I said, like, some days I need a reminder of where I was, and I do. I don't know if you guys have watched my military diet video. Sometimes I watch that video and I just yearn for her, because she was trying so hard and trying all these diets and trying all these things to lose weight, and nothing was working for her. Nothing would stick, and she just looked so sad. And now 24-year-old me is like it makes me want to cry, because I have done this. Sorry guys, I also like just got back from a run and I took a shower and I haven't eaten, so I did eat. I ate breakfast, but not sponsored. By the way, vanilla Fairlives are my favorite, but they are so hard to get. I have the chocolate ones that I get from Costco, but they don't sell the vanilla ones, and they're so good. They literally taste like melted whipped cream. They're a lot thinner than the chocolate ones, which my mom doesn't like. And she doesn't even like chocolate, but she prefers them over the vanilla. I love the vanilla. I'm such a vanilla girl. So most of what I needed to talk about was about my weight loss journey, because obviously that was like a big thing for me. I become a little gym rat. Now I need to get back into it, but I have become a little gym rat. I literally am obsessed with navigation. I be buying all their stuff, and they're about to have a new release on March 9th that I'm hoping to get some stuff. But I do gotta save some money, because another topic I want to talk about, which is why I wanted to start making videos again, is because I'm going to Ireland. I'm going to Ireland on March 19th. Today's the 1st, so I'm so excited. I've never been to Europe. I've never been on a plane for longer than like 6 hours. I'm just so excited. I'm going with my best friends, Sherry and Emmy, and this was kind of like our gift to Sherry. She's getting married on May 18th. That's another thing. My best friend is fucking getting married and I'm so excited. I am gonna be taking care of her and just making sure like this is just gonna be like a girls trip. We're going to Dublin for 2 nights in the beginning. We're gonna take a train hopefully to Limerick because it's kind of like in between like Galway and Dingle and other places we want to go to. And then we're gonna go there and then we're also gonna go to Killarney and then we're gonna go back to Dublin. So we're staying a total of 10 days. 10 days. So we're leaving on the 19th. Our flight doesn't get there until the next day on the 20th. And then we stay for 2 nights, drive 2 nights, drive 2 nights, drive 2 nights. And then we get back on the 28th, I believe. And Ireland has also been one of my bucket list trips. I feel like not many people think of, I mean, people think of Ireland, but when they think of Europe, they think of like Italy, Spain, the UK, like those places. But Ireland, I don't know why, it's just some like, it's just, it has a special place in my heart, and I'm so excited. I just can't tell you how excited I am. So I will be making a video, 100%. I will be making a video. I think I'm gonna split it up with a video of me packing and prepping for the trip, and then a video of like the actual airport and like flying and getting there, and then of course the actual 10-day trip of us there. Other things I want to touch base on. I also got Lasik in 2021, so no longer need glasses, contacts. I hated freaking contacts. I started wearing contacts in my freshman year of high school because I started doing like cheer and basketball and sports, so I started wearing contacts. But I think when I graduated and I started wearing makeup, a lot more makeup and eyelashes, I never really put eyelashes on correctly, so they would kind of scratch my eye and they would scratch the contact and the contact would rip in my eye. And I struggled, and then I would always have some sort of like smudge on my contact, and randomly when I'd be driving it would just like blur. Like, I hated contacts, it was horrible. So I finally took the decision to get LASIK, but it's honestly the best decision I could have made. Again, I know it's not for everyone, and please do your research before you decide to do something like that, because it is a very sensitive surgery. It's not like a huge surgery, it's very easy. It literally took 5 minutes on each side for them to do the surgery. Like, it was such a quick process, and you're awake during the whole thing, and it feels very uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt, but it's a very uncomfortable feeling. And I just remember they gave me Xanax for anxiety and I was on another planet. Like, Sherry picked me up and I was gone. I was like, this feels horrible. I know that this is not a permanent thing. Over time, I'm sure my eyesight will go again. And when it does, it does. But the fact that me in my early 20s can see, I'm fine with that. What else? What else should I talk about? Your girl is still single and honestly thriving. I've been single for 6 years and I've been really happy, especially in 2022. I started actually going out of my comfort zone. And I be a Hinge girly, I be a Bumble girly, okay? So I started actually going on dates and getting to meet new people, and it's been an experience. Now, it hasn't been like a long one. It's not like I've seen like over 10 people, which even isn't a lot, but I've gone on a few dates here and there, and it's honestly, the first one was great, second one was okay, third one was weird. So it's just been all over the place. But the fact that I've been getting out of my comfort zone and meeting people and just having a good time, like, I love it. I'm not really looking for a relationship. If it happens, it happens, but I'm not really a datey type of girl. I have commitment issues. Like, I'm literally terrified of the fact of ending up with someone for the rest of my life. I would love to have someone to treat me well, but it also is very scary. So that's that. Literally the last guy I actually was dating, we went on 4 dates total. The third date, I showed him like my YouTube videos, and I was like, I wasn't comfortable with him, but I was just like, let's do it. So I showed him a few videos because he wanted to see. I told him like, oh yeah, I used to make YouTube videos, and he was like, oh, let me see. Showed him videos, and then I was trying to find some good ones, and then he was like, yeah, I think I've seen enough. And then literally, literally he told me, he was like, why do you even have those up still? Like, if I were you, I would have taken those down a long time ago. Let me just tell you guys, if you ever are dating someone and you know you've made weird content in the past, or you have videos on your phone from you when you were younger and just acting strange, show them the videos, because that really will tell you what kind of person they are and how they react. And honestly, the best decision, because for me, if I'm with someone and they can't accept who I was in 2020, when I was bigger, when I was weird, when I did say stupid shit, then I don't want them, because I want someone who's gonna accept me for who I was and who I am, not for just who I am now. Because there's still a big part of me from back then, and if someone can't accept you for everything, then don't be with them. Let me just tell you, that's a huge red flag. If they're just like, ew, that's weird, red flag, red fucking flag, okay? Love all of me. That's it, just love all of me. This is why I'm just like, I'd rather just be single than deal with guys like that. Also, I drink a lot of water. There's nothing super great about Stanleys, by the way. I don't know why I felt enticed to buy a Stanley cup. And this color, I don't even love it. I see so many girls with like the cutest color in their cups, and I'm like, why did I pick purple? I don't even like purple. Like, my favorite color is blue. Why would I pick purple? I don't know, I did that. I picked up reading, which I honestly think is one of the best habits I could have picked up. I finished my first book, which was called Every Last Fear. It was just like a fictional, like fictional crime book. It was pretty interesting. I actually was like, oh my gosh, really into it. And then my second book was Killers of the Flower Moon, which is a true crime book, and that one was really good. It was a little slow, I'm gonna be honest, so I had a little bit trouble like finishing quickly. I would only read like a few pages and like put it down. And right now I'm reading The Fall of the House of Usher. It is a little bit more difficult to read because of the way that it's written. It's Edgar Allan Poe. I mean, you guys know Edgar Allan Poe. The other book that I have, which I think I'm going to take on the plane with me when we go to Ireland and start reading that one, is The Other Black Girl, which I know these are both shows on Netflix. I have not, or this one's a show on Netflix, The Fall of House of Usher. The Other Black Girl I think is on Hulu. I haven't watched the shows. I always want to read the books before I watch the actual shows, but The Other Black Girl seemed like a really good book, so I really want to read that one. But I try not to read a book before I finish another one. Like, I try to read one book at a time, because then I feel like I'm gonna get all over the place. But I don't know if I'm gonna want to continue reading The Fall of House of Usher as my March book, you know? Like, I want to read something else before I read this. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, those are just like my New Year's resolution things. I have a lot more. I actually wrote down like a list. Another one is, which, don't judge me for this, please don't judge me for this, but washing my own dishes every day, because I know sometimes I struggle. I just put the dish in there and like just walk away, and my mom washes them. I've been really good about it. So, and then also making my bed before I leave anywhere. So every day when I go to work, I make my bed. If I'm gonna go out of the house, I make my bed. Like, making my bed, again, something I've struggled with, something that I know. It's not that hard. I just kind of like, I'm always in a hurry and I just dip. So I make sure to make my bed. That's pretty much it. Before I leave, last thing I want to talk about is friendships. I've been able to develop some really, really great friendships with the people in my life recently. As I had mentioned in October, I had lost a friend then, which that was really hard for me. But in February, I lost another friend. And that one affected me so bad because it was the second friend I had lost, and I thought there was something wrong with me. And I'm not even joking. I think that's really what pushed me to keep my weight loss journey going. Like, I just used that as fuel to just keep going, and I didn't want that in my head. Like, I cried a lot from that friendship. But honestly, it was for the best. It was something that was just very toxic, and the reason why that friendship ended was very stupid. I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not lying, I'm not hating. You know, I hope she's thriving and she's doing what she loves to do. Like, I'm not a hateful person. I forgive and forget very easily. Like, live, laugh, love. It was just very stupid. It was very stupid. And the friendships that I've been able to develop now and create now, I'm so grateful to have the people in my life. Okay, Bellisimas, thank you for sitting and listening to me and watching this update. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't know when I'll do my next video. I don't know if it'll be after this or before this or whatever. Like, we will see. I hope you guys have a great day, and if you guys want to comment or, like, you know, follow me on my social media, like, go ahead, feel free to. No one's stopping you. Bye, guys.